Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn, and today we are checking out Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. And this game seems really, really cool. What I know about it is it mostly plays out like a visual novel, but there are moments where a song is playing out and you have to make like narrative decisions during the song, like answer people's questions, and the song will evolve and change based on your responses, which is wild to think about, right? Like that sounds really, really difficult to do. We have 5 pieces of media that we're going to check out for the marketing of this, including when the game was not called Stray Gods yet. I am going to start out with the teaser trailer for the game, which came out after some of the other stuff, but I wanted to kind of set the tone, set the mood, you know, before we actually go into like some of the older stuff. So, but we'll get there. So this is Stray Gods.
Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze, I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
Oh. Okay, so now let's move on to the very first thing that I was able to find for this game, which goes back to October 10th of 2019 when the game was still called Chorus.
So I've been thinking about what our first project should be.
Yeah?
We both love RPGs, and together we have about 30 years experience. You wrote Dragon Age and Knights of the Old Republic?
And you got your start at Beamdog and Obsidian.
I guess it would make sense.
Maybe.
Do you want to write a musical?
God, yes!
Hey, Austin.
Liam, nice to hear from you again.
Austin Wintory.
You're a world-renowned games composer.
He is.
David and I were thinking of making an interactive musical for our first game, and...
I'm in.
But I didn't even...
Liam, I'm in. Oh, wait, hold on.
Whoa. Did you say interactive musical?
Troy Baker?
Troy, they're making a musical. An interactive musical. An interactive video game musical.
Yeah, then count me in too.
Is that the Troy Baker? Nice.
Sounds like we've got everyone we need.
Then let's get to it.
Okay, so it all began when the band held auditions. No, wait. No singing. I didn't... Fine.
They had a lot already done on this.
All right, I know. This might be hard to believe. I'm not drunk or possessed. Okay, a little naive. But this happened. I swear it happened. My life was normal until Calliope. She gave an audition, heartbreaking and pure. A muse on a mission, so strong, so sure. Then she died in my doorway, passed her soul on to me. The power of a god, how was I worthy? The rest of the gods? So far they're all assholes. They accused me of murder. They put me on trial. Now I'm thrust into limelight, my life on the line. Discover the truth, everything will be just fine.
Well, that was lovely. That was a good note.
The truth is, I'm scared. A song can't protect me. I'm so unprepared. This gig's gonna kill me. Can't think like that. I'm gonna get through.
Hermes is a sports car driver? Okay.
Just hope I don't hurl.
Back when it was called Chorus. Oh, it's not even over yet. Okay.
Hey everyone, my name's David Gator.
And I'm Liam Mesler. We're the co-founders of Summerfall Studios, and we really need your help.
Liam and I had been talking about founding a studio for a few years, and during Melbourne International Games Week in 2017, we decided to go for it, throwing around ideas for our first project.
And we talked about RPGs. We both love RPGs, having worked on Dragon Age, Baldur's Gate, Pillars of Eternity, and many more. But we started to play around with a different idea, one that quickly grasped hold of us and wouldn't let go.
We wanted to make a musical, a game with a focus on characters and story, where the big moments happen in song, and the player decides where that song goes. It felt totally new, a genuinely fresh take on narrative games.
It is.
We
It's
developed
super
the
new,
project
super
further
unique.
And got talking with Austin Wintory and Troy Baker, who were immediately on board with the idea.
Pretty soon after, we took Chorus to Film Victoria, who believed in the idea, supporting us with crucial project funding. That's where it really began.
So, Adventure Musical. Let's talk about that. Here we have the underworld, Persephone's club. You can see the player's options are restricted by their personal traits, but they also change as the player makes choices during the story. Let's go talk to Apollo. Chorus has exactly the kind of dialogue and choices you're accustomed to from David's writing, RPGs like Dragon Age and visual novels. During the big, important moments in the game, Grace has the power to draw people into song. You make choices during the song, just like in dialogue, but here you're trying to build up flow, which you can use at the end of the song to alter the world.
Now who's this come into my lair, delightfully unaware? Did no one tell you to avoid the home of those who rend a limb from bone?
That was cool.
I promise I'm no easy meal. You know the kind of beg and cry and kneel.
Chorus will take you on a lyrical journey through a branching story which focuses on characters, adventure, and romance. We can't make Chorus on our own, though.
We're incredibly passionate about this game, and we think you'll agree it's something special.
Yeah.
I
No,
reckon
it's
it's
super
high
cool.
time we all had something to sing about, don't you?
Thank you all for watching, and if Chorus excites you in the same way it excites us, please support us and help bring this video game musical to life.
Such a unique concept. Like they are absolutely right that it's a whole new design space. So this is another one that it's probably still called Chorus, although they have updated the title of this video to say Stray Gods. And this one's about Persephone.
Is a stone cold bitch.
Damn.
And I know that sounds funny, but part of what drew me to the story we have in Chorus specifically is that it takes characters who you kind of already know. I mean, everyone knows at least a little bit about gods and goddesses in Greek mythology. And you take these people and you play with them. What if they were still alive? How could they have changed over there? And Persephone specifically, I like, because classically, she's a victim. She was kidnapped by Hades, dragged down into the underworld, and then it was only through the intervention of her mother that she was allowed to return to the surface for 6 months a year. And there are different interpretations. I mean, we're not the first story to take interpretations of classical Greek gods and goddesses. But I mean, the interpretations I've seen of Persephone generally are she's a queen of the underworld, she's Hades' wife, that they're always in relation to Hades' underworld. And really, I just wanted to know, what if over all the years that Persephone had been alive, if she just grew tired of it? She grew tired of Hades, she grew tired of the underworld, and if she ended it, what if she killed Hades? What if she overthrew her husband? And now we got what I like is this idea that Persephone has turned this narrative that's been about herself around. She's not a victim. She refuses to be a victim. As a matter of fact, she is one of the driving forces behind the chorus, which represents the gods and goddesses that are left in the world.
Cool. Very cool. There's a lot more background conversations on the Summerfall Studios YouTube channel. There's a whole bunch of them if you wanted to check it out. I only grabbed the ones that were either short like this one or specifically said the word trailer in them, because just sitting here watching people talk might not, I mean, I guess you're sitting here watching me talk, so whatever, I'll continue on from here. So this is the release date trailer.
Did you lose your keys, Fred? I thought you'd be I'm so sorry.
Grace, you know that you're lost now. You've been given powers you don't understand.
You say you didn't kill Calliope. You have 1 week to prove it.
What do I do?
Start singing.
So sorry you had to be here for this. I'm in the dark too as you're hearing this. But someone is dead and I'm losing my head. Like the goat said, this is my time to shine.
Man, this game's going to be
It's not a simple
stunning.
to kill an idol.
You want answers? Fight for them.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
You abandoned me to a terrible fate.
This is not about you. Enough!
True magic is a different and older power. Ready to face the music?
Only you can decide. Lost in a moment, lost in a song.
You're always looking out for me, Freddy. Best friends to the end, right?
Lost in a moment, lost in a song.
I wish I knew where I fit. Surely your life is just beginning.
Lost in a moment,
Very soon,
lost in a moment,
the idols will be no more.
lost in a moment.
Super cool. So, one of the things, so Austin Wintory and Troy Baker are on a podcast called Play, Watch, Listen that also features Alana Pierce and Mike Bithell. And it's a video game focused podcast because you got Alana Pierce, who's a video game writer. You got Austin Wintory, who's a music composer. You have Mike Bithell, who is a game developer. And then you have Troy Baker, who's a voice actor, okay? And it's a really, really cool, insightful podcast because they talk about a lot of the things that you see a lot of other gamers talking about, but they talk about it with the perspective from inside the industry. And I actually saw an episode sometime in the last handful of months where Austin Wintory was talking about Stray Gods because it is a role-playing musical, and because the choices that you make that alter the story, they also alter the song. And so the songs had to be like elaborate, ever-changing designs, and you would change from one to the other because you saw like some of the options, right? About like where you'd see like a passive response, an aggressive response, or a calming response, and that would change the song. And the lead character in the game, Grace, is played by Laura Bailey. And one of the things is that this job, this was also done under union contract with SAG-AFTRA. Now, this is all done before the current strikes and everything were going on, but it was being like this game was talked about around the time that the events of Bayonetta 3 were taking place, with all of the hullabaloo and drama surrounding the lead voice actress for Bayonetta 3 and the rates that they were allegedly offered and all of that, right? But they were talking about Laura Bailey, and Laura Bailey was a union contract. And with union contracts for voice acting, you're only allowed to have them in the vocal booth for no more than 4 hours per session. And that's to protect the voice actor's vocal cords so you don't overwork them and overstress their voice. And Laura Bailey, being the main character, also has to sing a ton and talk a ton because it is a narrative role-playing musical, right? So I believe that Austin Wintory said that when they were working on Stray Gods, they had over 80 sessions with Laura Bailey, which is just insane. That's a massive amount of time and a massive amount of money to be working with somebody to get all of the time. Because, for example, like if a game has like 4 hours of spoken dialogue for a character, which is a pretty considerable amount, that might take actually like 3 or 4 sessions total to get, and for them to have more than 20 times that amount for this is just a absolutely juggernaut amount of time for a voice actor to be putting in on a game. Now there's a very specific reason for that, but it is still the reason all of the same. Let me make sure that there's not an extra trailer because I grabbed these a little while ago. No, okay, this is still the most recent one. This is the console announcement.
Who is this, Grace?
Why does he have horns?
I've been known most often as Pan. I know where you belong, Grace, the song, Grace. I can show you the way. Do you believe me?
You still aren't telling me something.
God, how can you even stand him?
Still not a fan?
Honestly, he's exactly what I'd expect him to be.
What about Apollo?
Apollo was god of the sun and light, but our sun god had a reputation.
That hidden voice, it'll always play on a loop. It'll always say, what did I do? What didn't I do?
What side are you on?
I said I would just make things worse, and I was right.
Do you trust him?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Famous last words.
Tell me what you know about Persephone.
Honestly, she's the least like her stories.
Are you here to challenge me? You don't know the first thing about me. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends.
Because you're so big and scary.
I'm glad you appreciate my finer qualities.
I like this better than fighting with you. Way better. Why didn't you tell me what it was really all about?
We all have our sordid history.
She sounds a little volatile.
You're always looking out for me, Freddy.
That's the deal, right? Best friends to the end. It's an adventure.
That game's going to be awesome. Now, mind you, I say that as somebody who overwhelmingly loves and adores musicals, okay? I absolutely love musicals. I love Broadway plays. I love going to local produced plays. I love watching musicals on TV. I really love musicals. And there are plenty of games that exist that have a kind of like a musical air about them, but with this in particular, like, this is something completely different compared to everything else, because it's not just that there are characters that sing in the game. That is the purpose of the game, and the gameplay takes place during the song, and that's cool and sounds really hard, and I'm glad they're the ones that did it and not me. Hopefully some of these guys get paid fairly. It was all union jobs, so they all got paid union rates, which for voice actors is like, it's something like $900 and something a session, and a session is upwards of 4 hours or something like that. I forget what and the lowest tier, depending on the performer, when it comes to the union contracts, it's like $1,000. We'll just round it. It's $1,000 a session starting out for like the lowest, the newer, less experienced actors within SAG-AFTRA for voice acting, and you get them for 4 hours. And you have to pay that rate for every single session. So I'm sure some of that goes to the guild or the union or whatever it is. And then some of that probably goes to like taxes and fees and stuff like that. But they get paid pretty fairly if they go through union rates, which I do know that this one did. Super cool. Stray Gods. Very cool. Looking forward to it. Man, that said though, August is scaring me. Lots of stuff coming out in August. I'm glad Stray Gods is early, because it would have gotten buried and drowned if it was at the later end, because this is a really cool game, right? But I feel like this game is going to be really hard to get noticed if it wasn't releasing like when it was, because there's not a whole lot of large releases at the end of July, and once you get to mid to late August, it just starts to get jam-packed, right? We got Baldur's Gate 3, we got Lies of P, we have we have Sea of Stars, there's another one, Armored Core 6, and then right at the beginning of September there is Starfield. So this is right at the beginning before all of these other games come out. So hopefully they're able to get some screen time. Hopefully they're able to get some traction. It looks really cool. I want to play this. I'll just have to see where it fits schedule wise. Yeah, anyway, Stray Gods, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you like musicals? Are you just playing a musical game? How would you feel if Mass Effect was a musical and all of your Paragon and Renegade options only took place during the events of a song? How would that feel for you? Let me know down in the comments below. If you want to keep the conversation going elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter, but I am now also on Threads and Blue Sky, so pick your poison when it comes to social media. I'm already there. Yay! Woo! I love it. Anyway, or you can catch up with us on stream because this video was recorded live. I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel to watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream. Thank you and enjoy.